Well, hello, Facebook community. Alejandro Tornato here, and coming directly from Beaufort, Georgia. And as I told you already, this past Sunday, I started to do on Sunday mornings a segment that I called Quote of the Week, where I shared a quote. And I did a little bit. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't a kind of a pseudo teaching, because what I wanted is I wanted to share with you how that quote impacted my life, or how that quote spoke to me. And that's what I'm going to be doing Sunday after Sunday after Sunday. I will be sharing a quote and just letting you know, I mean, how that quote speaks to me. And what are the things that I got out of the quote, or that I am currently applying from that quote. And what I want is I want feedback. I want you, as I share that quote, then whether you are watching me live or you are catching the replay, is to comment. Let me know how that quote impacted you. What are you getting out of that quote, or what are things that, after you listen to the quote, what are some things that you would like to begin implementing in your life, so your life takes on a different perspective, and you move to a higher level, perhaps of awareness. If that quote speaks to you towards a particular area in your life that you want to get newer and better results in. But today, what I want to do, and I'm coming twice a week on Sundays and on Wednesdays, is because of that premise that if speaking is your passion, if speaking is something that you love to do, and you love to share with other people, and you love to connect with other people, I am applying what I heard some of my mentors mentioned many times, that speakers speak. Speakers speak. And if you're a speaker and you love to speak and to share content with others, that's what we ought to be doing. And so that's what I'm doing. And tonight I am coming to you again and connecting with you. And this is a segment that it's part of my public Facebook page, which is Transformational Mentoring with me. And one of the things that I wanted to share with you, something that I've been thinking about and reflecting about, is this concept of creating masterpiece days. How do we go about creating masterpiece days, or what are some of the things that we need to be paying attention to, that we need to start doing, that we need to start putting our focus on, in order to get our days to go from just days into a masterpiece day? And I have a few thoughts, a few ideas that I want to share with you. Perhaps after you listen to this Facebook Live, if there are things that you're doing in your own life that are taking you to create masterpiece kinds of days, I want you to share those with me. I want you to comment below, give me feedback, because these ideas are not the only ones. I mean, they're not unique ideas, and certainly there are many, many, many more. And I want you to share with me, what are some things that you are putting in your life, that you're bringing into your life on a daily basis to help you create a masterpiece day. But here are the ones that I want to share with you. And the first one is this concept that today is the day. Today is the day. As opposed to what I sometimes hear people when I engage them in conversations, that someday may be the day. You see, there is a tremendous difference between the someday may be the day to today's the day. You see, we have, in order to begin creating a masterpiece day, we have to create, first of all, a sense of urgency, a sense of a healthy urgency to make today the day. Do not think about yesterday, because yesterday is already gone. We cannot bring it back. I said it many, many, many times. Yesterday is in the past, and we can never, as far as I know, no one yet has been able to bring the past back. I mean, we can think about the past, but we cannot bring it back. Time is one thing that once is gone, we cannot retrieve it back again. So let's not think about the past. And with the same token, let's not focus and put all our attention in the future, because the future, believe it or not, the future is uncertain. We don't have any guarantees of the future. The future, we don't know about the future. But there is one thing that we positively know, because we are living it right now, today. So today is the day. It's not someday is the day. No, someday is not the day. Today is the day. And with that urgency, I heard someone mentioned a book by, I think it's Todd Henry. Die Empty is the title of the book. And what Todd Henry states in the book is that it is so good, I mean, to have someone, I mean, imagine this scenario for a moment. Imagine that once you get up in the morning, you are not alone in the room where you were sleeping. There's another person, okay? And that person, once you get up, it begins to jot down and make notes of every single thing that you do. Whether you stayed in bed, whether you hit the snooze button 4 or 5 times, whether you just springed out of bed with energy and enthusiasm and you begin the day. the way that you eat during the day, the way that you exercise or you train, the way that you work, the way that you connect with people, your interactions, every single thing this person is documenting in this notebook from the time that you get up until the time that you go back to bed. All those hours, every single moment is being documented. Now, what happens is that the way that then, and it presents to you that document, and you begin reading that document, and everything that you can read in that document is the sign of how you live your life. Now the question is this: when you read that one day story of your life, are you going to be happy? Are you going to be satisfied with that story? Whatever that person documented, are you going to be okay with that? Because if not, then there are things that we need to change about it. And the true story is that there is a person that is looking at you or at me every single day. From the moment that we get out of bed until the moment that we go back to bed, there is a person that is constantly looking at what we do. And that person is you. And that person is me. We are the primary observers of our own life day by day. And Robin Sharma states that your whole life is a series of mini lives that are called days. So the way that we live our entire life is pretty much the way that we live each and every day. So how do we live every day? Are we making the most of every day? What do you think about that? What do you think about that life that you are living? Is there room for improvement? I hope there is. I can tell you from my own perspective, my goodness, that there is room for improvement. That's the biggest room in the house. In my house, the room for improvement. Oh, there is tremendous room for improvement. And I'm so glad that there is, because there's always something new, something more creative, something better, something that would stretch me. There's always something that would take me to a better place. And that's what I'm looking for. And I hope that that's what you're looking for in your life as well. Now, the second thing so the first thing is, today is the day. It's not yesterday and it's not tomorrow. It's today's the day. The second thing, the second idea that I want to share with you to create masterpiece days is the idea of the one thing concept. The number one target that we are going to be concentrated on. You see, when I read this, then I started going back and thinking of people that I know, and the way that they live their lives is that they, well, first of all, I mean, they are experts at multitasking. And when I say experts, I'm I'm qualifying that word experts because, my friends, believe me, multitasking is a myth. It is a myth. I mean, there is tremendous amount of research that has been done that shows that we human beings, we cannot put the same amount of attention and concentration into multiple things and multiple tasks. We are better off concentrating on one thing. And the Greeks knew about this long before we knew it. And the Greeks had a word that is telo. And telo, it's a word associated with a target. A telo is a target. And we are teleological beings. What does that mean? Teleological beings is the fact that when, imagine this for a moment. If you see an archer, okay, an archer with a bow and arrow, and the archer is just hitting arrows in any direction, that is not interesting, or the archer is not very interested in anything specific. But when an archer has a target, when there is a target and you aim at that target, then that is what is meant in that word teleological, that we are human beings, or beings that are target oriented, that we need to be focused on a target, but not on 10 or 20 or 100 targets. Just one. One target. One important thing that we want to get done and accomplished and finished every day. You see, most people, people who perhaps are given to the idea of multitasking, I mean, they are so busy with so many things, and at the end of the day, you ask them, and they have 10 things, 10 projects that are halfway done. Now, let me ask you a question. What do you think is a better situation to be in? Is it to perhaps have concentrated and done one thing and have that thing finished and completed, as opposed to having 10 things that are half done? I think that the one thing that is fully completed is so much better. You see, progress is, I can make a very small step forward, and that is progress. As opposed to doing all kinds of things and not being able to make a step in the right direction. So, progress is not, I mean, you don't have to close $1 million deal to make progress in your life. But you can go and talk to people about offering a service that you want to offer. I mean, you can go and go to 5 or 10 businesses and you get it done. I mean, whether you get positive answers or not, that's not the thing. I mean, progress is taking the initiative to move in the direction that you want to go. And if you're concentrated on one thing, it's so much better than spreading yourself too thin and not getting anything accomplished and anything done. And the the next thing that I wanted to share with you, which I think that I touched on, is make progress. And for some people, as I said, making progress means something gigantic. No, it doesn't mean that you have to have a gigantic thing accomplished in order to make progress in your life. You can go step by step by step. And I think that the most important thing, the most important idea here is not how big or small the step really is, but it is consistency. It is the consistency of keep doing and keep making that step every single day, day after day after day. So remember what John Maxwell said about the miraculous power of compounding. When you compound your consistent behavior day after day after day, no matter how small that is, it will eventually compound and it will start making a difference. Many people don't stick with it because at the beginning we will not see any results. But the results will come as we keep doing it. There is a word that I love, and is when it comes to the compounding of consistent behavior, is the word stickability. Stickability, we have to stick at it. And then most people, when they don't see results, quickly they stop. And some people, they stop just before they are going to see results. You see, some people, it's like the book that I just recently read, excellent book, 3 Feet from Gold. So many people stop because they haven't seen any changes. Changes are happening, but they haven't seen them yet. And they stop 3 feet from gold, 3 feet from success. And that's sad. So these are some things that I wanted to share with you. The first one is today's the day. Then the idea of a target, the idea that concentrate on one thing and get that one thing finished. And don't spread yourself too thin doing lots of things and being busy, and then not getting any results. One thing, and one thing, and one thing today, and another thing tomorrow, and you are compounding that effort. And then the third is make progress. Don't try to make sometimes huge progress, but progress is progress, whether it is huge or it is very small. So don't get frustrated if you're making small progress. Any progress will take you in the direction that you want to go. and it will get you closer to where you want to go, to where your dream is, to where your goal is. So, friends, I hope that this have been useful to you. I hope that this has added value to your life and to your journey. I want your comments below. Tell me, what are you doing or what are you implementing in your life to make your days masterpiece days? And so, thank you very much, for watching. Thank you very much, for your support. And as I always, I tell you to be kind, be passionate, be well.